The Dreamcast box is out again. That means we've got another piece of hardware to look at. This time, a bit of a follow-up to that retro arcade controller we looked at before. We've got Sega Mega Drive Arcade Nano video game console Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2. Plug into TV, plug and play. Yes, this is a Mega Drive focused plug and play, or Genesis if you're American, as everyone in the world knows. Difference between this and the last one is this is properly licensed by Sega. It's all official, not bootleg. Although, whether this is a good thing, we'll get into later. So yes, this is another small plug and play, really small. Mega Drive focus instead of being a Famiclone. And yeah, they're really pushing the Sonic angle on this, with the screenshot of Sonic 1 there, and the pictures of Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, and the sort of checkered motif. The picture of Sonic that is backwards, like that piece of artwork is not supposed to look like that. It's the correct way around here, because they reversed the entire image, but it's backwards here again. And 10 Sega games. Sega Mega Drive, yes. And obviously, specifically made for the UK market, considering it says Mega Drive and not Genesis. So, 10 Sega games. Let's have a look what they are on the back. We've got Sonic and Knuckles. This only said Sonic 1 and 2. Nope, it's got more than Sonic 1 and 2. Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic 2 is not trademarked like that, and that's not the title screen. Sonic Spinball, that again is not the title screen. Golden X2, Alex Kidd, or Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle, Arrow Flash, Columns 3, Dr. Robotnik's, aka Mean Bean Machine, and Flicky. Now interestingly, Columns 3, not a game that's ever released in this country to my knowledge on the actual Mega Drive. It features in some modern collections, but I don't recall it's ever being released on the original console in this country. I might be wrong. And a closer look down here at games. Anyone familiar with plug and plays is now saying, oh no. I mean, anyone familiar with plug and plays will probably have said, oh no, from looking at it. They probably have recognised it's an At Games thing anyway, and imported by Argos. Yes, another UK store. 6+. 0 to 3 sad onions. Strangulation hazard. Yeah, that's the TV cable. Anyways, now that we've had a look at the box, why don't we open it up? What do we find inside? Instructions! On a folded up bit of paper. And we've got plastic. Everyone loves plastic. Holding mono composite cables. Yep, most plug and plays do use composite video, and a lot of them do mono audio. However, the Mega Drive, like, it makes sense for Famiclones, because that console only did mono audio. The Mega Drive did stereo audio, whether it was through the headphone jack of the Model 1, or built into the AV out on the Model 2. So, yeah. And again, I'm going to have to make sure it's recorded in mono, so it's not just coming out of your left ear. Also, not seen because it's folded up, but this cable is really thin, and it ends in mini USB for some reason. We'll come back to that. And here is the unit itself. It's really small, like really teeny tiny. I mean, the one from last time is pretty small, but this is so tiny. It's even got a keyring on it. They're really pushing the angle that it's tiny. You could fit it on a keyring. Why you'd want to? I don't know. And again, Mega Drive Arcade Nano. Battery compartment that's not all the way down because, as you can see there, the screw is really badly messed up. Yeah, the first time I got this and tried to open the battery compartment, it takes 1 AAA, I managed to strip the screw really badly. So nowadays I kind of just sort of do that. Oh, and I actually haven't got a battery in it. Well, great, I'm going to have to find a battery to put in this. Actually, this should have its batteries in it still. I'll harvest one from there. But yeah, I work the battery compartment like that nowadays, instead of the actual screw, because it's stripped horribly and no longer works. Lovely. Anyways, let's look at the front again. At games. Yes, and we have a joystick, 4 face buttons, and a start button. 4 face buttons? The Mega Drive only has 3 buttons on its main controller. And while yes, the 6 button controller does have an X button, none of the games on here make use of the 6 button pad. So what does this X button do? Nothing. It does nothing. At least A, B and C do correspond to A, B and C on a Mega Drive controller, although being in a vertical orientation rather than horizontal is very confusing. And yeah, joystick. No, it's not a nice micro switch joystick, it's really tiny, not really very good. Marginally better than this, but still not great. And the buttons have a lot of travel to them, but I don't know, they kind of feel somewhat satisfying to play, well, to press. And on top we got on, off, and video. Well, it's video and audio, so should really be labelled AV. But yeah, so it's not the most comfortable thing to hold because it's so tiny. The joystick, not really ideal, especially considering several of these games, particularly the Sonic games, really are designed for a D-pad. But what does this play like? Well, that's when we start getting into real problems. So let's go hook this up to the capture card, and we'll go and see how the games play. So, I'm not going to pretend that I recorded this just after the last segment, because turns out this is a massive pain to record, and my capture card absolutely hates it. It takes ages for it to even find the signal, when it works fine when plugged into the TV. Well, fine in massive air quotes. So this is going to be a pain to record because I'm going to have to stop the recording and restart it between every single game that we play. Because, as you might have seen, there is no soft reset button on this unit. You have to turn it off and back on again, which makes the capture card hate it and makes OBS hate it, and it's just a massive pain. So, I had recorded like a 20-minute segment on this, and I had to ditch it all. So we're going to, go and show off the a few of the games on here, not too many, but a few of them, just to show what this device is like. So we'll start off with Sonic 1, because everyone knows what Sonic 1 should look and sound like. So far so good. The Sega sound sounds proper. They're the only thing that sounds proper. That did not sound proper, and this certainly doesn't either. So yeah, the thing that is very infamous about these, the sound quality is shocking. It really is bad. Also, I apologise now for the video quality, in that, again, the capture card hates it. It either outputs in some sort of interlace thing, or it outputs in 240p and the capture card can't see 240p, I don't know. And obviously it's composite video with mono audio, and it's a relatively noisy signal, although somewhat clean, I guess, for composite. I mean, it's probably cleaner than original Mega Drive composite, or at least what you see on American YouTube videos. Anyway, let's go and attempt to play Sonic 1. Obviously, everything is slow to what most people are used to, because it's running at 50 Hz, because presumably just because it was made for UK TVs. That's not necessarily a fault of the device itself, but it also is, as we'll see in another game. But yeah, ain't good. Also, I slowed down there. That's because I was trying to roll. Yeah, the weird joystick on this is not really very good for playing mini games. I mean, it's pretty bad for Sonic. I'm not going to go in the special stage. Yeah, it's not particularly good for most games on this device, and well, any other device that uses a similar joystick. It's very mushy and the directions do not feel definite at all. And it's practically impossible to press down while pressing like left or right. Like, I'm going to try rolling into these boxes. I managed to roll into one, I'll just jump into the rest. The more egregious problem is if I try to get out of this area. I managed to do it, but that was by holding my thumb very particularly on the joystick. It's not good. Also, the music sounds about proper speed now. That's just how PAL Sonic 1 works, with its unoptimized music. Or the 1-up did not sound correct. Again, it's just everything sounds wrong. And I think I'm about done with showing Sonic 1. Also, one thing to notice, the colours look a lot more washed out on the TV than it does on, like, through the capture card. Don't know whether that's just because of my TV settings or the capture card. Anyways, let's go back to the menu. So, to show off what I meant about the 50Hz being a problem with this unit, let's show Sonic 2. So Sonic 2. So you might be thinking, oh, the music is slow because it's the PAL version, but no. The European Sonic 2, well, Sonic 2 running on the PAL Mega Drive is optimized. The music runs at proper speed on the actual Mega Drive, but not on this. So what I reckon has happened here is this is some sort of, it's the system on the chip that this uses, because yeah, this is a system on a chip, not a emulator. I reckon the system on the chip that this uses is probably like set to be an American region console, but oh no, it's dying. Capture card hates this. The music might have gone. We'll have to live with that. But yeah, I reckon it's like the region code is set to be like of an NTSC region, either America or Japan, probably America. And then, but it's also running at 50Hz. So games that should be optimized for PAL region are like wrong. And another not Europe-ness I can show of this is in another game, Sonic Spinball, so we'll cut to that game. Alright, so we've got Sonic Spinball here. And just before we go into the game, yeah. If you thought this system sounded bad before, and, well, you should have, because it does, yeah. That theme is notorious for sounding bad anyway. But, yeah. Another thing with this not being fully, like, Europe Mega Drive is I reckon that I'm pretty sure that this is an American ROM of Sonic Spinball. Like, because the themes that were sped up in the European version aren't sped up here, and I'm pretty sure it uses the unextended intro theme as well. But I didn't leave it on the intro, right on the title screen to see the intro. Yeah, just to show off another horrible audio thing with this, just want to just get the Chaos Emerald in this. Also, you might have noticed some of the sprites have a big clip over the status bar at the top. Yeah, this isn't very well made on the chip. Or Genesis on the chip if you're American. But yeah, let's just go check out what the Chaos Emerald sounds like. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And, yeah. Oh, it's so slow because it's running in 50 Hz. I've gotten really used to 60 Hz Mega Drive stuff. But yeah, I'll just also splice in a quick clip of what the Emerald Collection sound should sound like on a good emulator. Yeah, really makes this sound bad. Anyways, let's just check out one more game that might be a little bit of a better thing to play on this joystick. Although Sonic Spinball, since you don't have to press up and down a lot, does actually work fairly okay with this joystick. So the final game I want to show off here, just to show off something that I play a little better with the joystick, Arrow Flash. Now this is actually the only copy of this game I own, and this machine was the first time I'd ever heard of or seen this game. So we'll just go into the options and just set some of my preferred settings, aka turning rapid fire on. So Arrow Flash is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. I think it's one that Sega did themselves. I mean, all the games on here are Sega's own. I paused the game. Yeah, so it's a decently interesting shoot-'em-up where you can turn your ship into a ship or a mech, and you can get yourself killed. I prefer being a mech because then your options are like always next to you, which I can't show off because I died. Yeah, because when you're a ship, they follow you more like in Gradius. But yeah, because this is the first place I heard this game, and Columns 3 as well. Wow, I've got a game over. It was like... It's the first place I heard this music as well, so it didn't sound horribly wrong to me, because I've never heard it before. Obviously, the actual music on an actual Mega Drive would sound correct. So, yeah, but because this is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up, and I think this is probably considered, I think from what I've read, I think this is considered to be like not an ultra difficult one. So this doesn't play too badly. I mean, it can be hard to get a definite up and down. As you can see, I'm often zigzagging. Especially down, it's hard to get a definite down input. But hey, it plays okay. The sound butchery isn't ear-grating, at least not to my ears anyway. Maybe that's just because I'm not familiar with the original. Yeah, what you can do is turn into a ship and then use a titular arrow flash, which works differently depending on whether you're a ship or a mech. I should download this for an emulator and put some proper time into it. I mean, it's not one of the greats on a system, like it's probably not one of the best shoot-'em-ups on a system that's full of good shoot-'em-ups, but hey, it's decent from what I've seen of it when I've played this system before. But yeah, we're gonna call it the end of the video here, I think. I don't want to have to deal with making sure this works, because the capture card, once again, really hates it. So in conclusion, should you buy one of these? Of course not. If you want a plug-and-play Mega Drive thing with built-in games, then you should just get the Mega Drive Mini. It's really good. This, however, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna get something from AtGames, probably get something with an actual controller, or where you can plug in actual Mega Drive controllers. If you do, for some reason, want that AtGames thing, but you shouldn't. You know, the earlier models have the really bad Firecore system on the chip, and the later ones use really bad emulators with really bad frame rates. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it. I can't stand to cramp my hands on this tiny little thing for any longer.